Hello, Darshan Maharaja here. Last Sunday, there was this rally held in Brampton. I'm sure many of you know about it. About international students and their postgraduate work permit. The demand was that the permits that are expiring in 2024 and 2025 be extended. And I posted about this on my X account. Before I get to that, this rally was organized by a group called Naujawana Support Network. The word Naujawan means youth in many Indian languages, and Naujawana is the plural in Punjabi. Different languages pluralize nouns in different ways, but this is the Punjabi plural. And before you write them off as a useless group, basically troublemakers or anything of the sort, let me give for background that they, in fact, do quite a good amount of useful work. For example, there is this issue of wage theft in GTA and more especially in Brampton, although maybe it's my perception because I live in Brampton. But these international students who are working or on postgraduate work permits, their wages are often withheld by their employers, and this Naujawana support network helps them to recover those withheld wages, or they call it stolen wages. They even put out banners and all saying, the word thief, chore, thief. So they have their usefulness. Now, this was organized by them in Brampton, and I had put it out on my X account without any opinion of my own. I just wanted to put the information out and then see what the response is going to be from those who read that post. I didn't want to influence anybody's opinion, so that's how I put out only the information, and lots of responses, lots of replies. You can say my post got ratioed, but not because of something that I said, but rather people's reaction to the information was very strong. And those reactions fell broadly in three categories. One was deport them all, or oh, happy now 70,000 will be in one place. So we can round them up. No, 70,000 weren't going to show up. This was about 70,000 individuals whose work permits were going to expire over the next couple of years. The second was that they are as visitors or as temporary residency holders. They are guests in our country, and how dare they demand anything that they want us to change our laws. So that was the second reaction. And the third one was that temporary residency by law is limited to a duration. So when that duration is over, they have to leave. Now, I want to focus on that third part because I find that there is this uh, endearing innocence on the part of a lot of Canadians who believe that there is 100% resonance between law and policy. This is not necessarily the case. And I'm not just talking about the current federal government. This is universal. It applies across geography and across time. This will always be the case. So that is number one. Number two, there often tends to be unofficial policy, again, across time and geography. What colloquially we call wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's what I'm talking about here. And usually, this unofficial policy, I'm using the word unofficial, but actually it derives from something that is hidden deep inside the legislation itself. For example, only today I came to know that while a visitor to Canada, what we in common parlance call a visitor visa. I'm sure the technical term is slightly more complicated, but someone on visitor visa cannot apply for a study permit while they are in Canada. This is the law. But in the same law, there is this provision that if they are here on a visitor visa, and then they want to do something which satisfies one of the prerequisites for obtaining a study permit, then they can do that. So what is happening is people who come here on visitor visa, they enroll in ESL course, that is English as second language course, because knowledge of English at a certain level is a prerequisite for enrolling in any other course. So now they are covered by that exemption, if you can call it that. So I don't know what the original intention was for putting this in somewhere inside the legislation, but it exists, and the people who want to take advantage of it know that it exists, while the rest of Canadians don't. So we may fondly believe that visitors to Canada cannot apply for study permit from within Canada, but there are ways around that. That's what I'm saying. Now, this rally, they were, of course, demanding that uh, the postgraduate work permits of all these 70,000 odd individuals, the permits that are expiring over the course of 2024 and 2025, they be renewed. Now, where did this come from? Because again, a lot of the things that we uh, see happening around us are not happening by force of legislation. There are other ways. For example, and I have spoken about this earlier also, motion M44, which was passed in Parliament in May of 2022, asking the government to create permanent residency pathways for temporary foreign workers, including international students. Now, this is not legislation. This is just a motion, which means the parliament, declared that this is what we believe in. But it passed unanimously, which means all parties and all MPs believe in it. There was no opposition to that. So after that, the numbers exploded of temporary foreign workers and international students. You know that. Uh, and interestingly, international students were being treated as a subset of temporary foreign workers, which now explains why there was a push to have them work as much as they wanted. So this is how policies are influenced. What I called unofficial policy. There are ways around legislation that uh, ultimately make the situation deviate from the original promise. So in this particular case, in case of this rally, there was this petition E4454, which was presented in Parliament by Liberal MP Ruby Sahota. And it also asked that all the international students who completed a 2-year course should automatically be given a 5-year work permit, postgraduate work permit. And any international student who completed a 1-year course should be given a 2-year automatic postgraduate work permit. Now, that petition was passed, then was presented, and then the Minister of Immigration via his deputy has responded. There's a lot of word salad there, but basically saying no. So now there is some kind of popular pressure or political pressure being exerted from another quarter by holding this rally, which means that as time passes, we will see this activity escalate further. And at some point, maybe the government will, give in, maybe they won't. Time will tell. But on another note, I'm sure you know that there is this new stream of permanent residency opened up yesterday by the immigration minister for caregivers, where he said that the language requirement for official languages of Canada was unduly onerous. So they are going to dilute that. So overall, I get a sense that moving to Canada on a permanent basis uh, is being made more and more easy, to the point where you wonder how it's going to impact on society, how it's going to put additional pressure on things like housing, healthcare, schooling, everything else, roads, transit, everything. But that is as we will cross that bridge when we come to it, although the bridge may be burning at that point. but we will have to cross it. Those are my thoughts on this. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you again in the next episode. Until then, goodbye and be well.